centuries in the 5 frames he's won. He's made the 4 highest breaks of the group so far, so settle back and enjoy. Could be a few fireworks here. Wilson very close to getting in, very close to going in off.
Surely Trump can't sustain the form he showed in the first 2 matches. He was outstanding.
It's been a while, hasn't it, since his second match. Finished about 12:15, so just over 4 hours ago, but it's been a good sign from him. You know, he's really hit the ground running in this new year, 2023, at breaks of 52, 108, 71.
17.
But skimming off them, he's got the job done, and he was helped there by the fact he did have a red in
24.
bulk, so he knew if he went up there, more than likely he'd be on that.
But he's got to keep focused, because one slip up, he knows Wilson's scoring heavily. He's made 4 of the 6 centuries we've seen today.
$31.
Well, that's the easiest and most
31.
galling ball that we've seen Trump miss today. Routine black off its spot. I'm sure Wilson can't quite believe his good fortune to get back to the table so soon. I don't want to make too many predictions about this match, Dave, because it's almost impossible to do so with any kind of authority. The only one I will make, I cannot imagine it will be slow.
Bearing in mind the way Wilson's played 4 centuries, took him to 200 for his career, a little milestone, 41st player to have made that many. Of course, he's full of confidence, having won the Scottish Open, his first ranking title. He first turned pro 2004, hasn't been on the tour every year since then by any means, but they've been a long time coming, 18 years, and thoroughly deserved his victory
22.
in Edinburgh.
And the circuit expanded
31.
and became more prosperous. Wilson thought, I'll give this a go again, and that decision has been well and truly vindicated.
So he's in front in the frame.
37.
Well, it made a slight difference. It was a little awkward, and
Gary
still
Wilson,
you expect him to pop
42.
that, but walks back to his seat, just 11 in front.
So 2 balls missed in a single frame. The magic of the first session temporarily deserting Trump.
1.
Yeah, it's always going to be hard for Trump to keep up the level that he displayed earlier on. It's just a question of how far below that level is he going to play. If it's too far below, then he's in trouble against a player like Wilson. 2 misses from Trump. And Gary Wilson
13.
with this black, so he needs yellow and green.
$22. 25.
Both errors from Trump
29.
punished. And the 3-time Championship League winner has lost his first frame
34.
of the day.
Gary Wilson, 34. Frame conceded.
From Trump mistakes,
Gary Wilson.
Gary Wilson made breaks of 42, then a decisive 34. He has made the start he wanted. Trump, well, suddenly there's a few errors in there. It is 1-0 Wilson. Table 1 is significantly outpacing Table 2. Rob Milkins and John Higgins yet to complete their first frame.
Of course, we're in a new part of the building. This didn't exist when we were here in the summer for the ranking event version of the Championship League. It's a new facility as part of the Morningside Arena. The shootout will be coming here in a few weeks' time. One of the most enjoyable 4 days of the whole snooker year.
2 players in this group will go head to head in the first round of the shootout.
What a thing to happen.
Foul.
The pink to go in.
6.
No real damage done.
On table 2, both players had chances. It was Rob Milkins who drew first blood against John Higgins to lead 1-0.
1.
One of the keys to his success this morning, he was keeping really still on shots, was Judd Trump. Good opening red, and he would be delighted to see the cue ball just skirt past the green to leave it onto the middle. The unavailability of pink and black.
5. Nine.
Yeah, this is the one. If he gets rid of this red, then it does open things up a bit more.
It was a small gap to try and thread the cue ball through. It was. Trump has one more match left
18.
today over on table 2 to finish up against Matthew Selt. If he could win this match and beat Selt, he would be in the playoffs with, I suppose, a
22.
day to spare.
23. 29.
Extreme side to swinging the cue ball away from the red and pink together.
Well, that's the shot he's been waiting to play for a while,
29.
but he didn't pot the blue.
It did not, and so that was a tough opener. I think Trump could have expected to leave a much easier pot than he did. On table 2, Rob Milkins opened the scoring in the second frame with a break of 43. It looked like he was going to win it at that visit. And then, would you believe he missed a straightforward red to top left-hand pocket?
One.
Yeah, Wilson was annoyed, although he must have played the cannon to the black initially to be on the pink, which didn't actually come off. But what did happen, of course, is he left the red to middle. So Trump's got a good lead already here. You can't play your best all the time. He did this morning in that blitz of just over an hour. What you need to do, of course, is find a level below that can still bring you success. Just sort of down in the weeds and finding ways to win.
15.
And Trump can certainly do that as well, and he's looking certainly the heavy favourite now for this frame. With the colour.
23. 31. 39. 46. Judd Trump 46, frame conceded, frame Judd Trump.
The scoring fireworks from this morning are so far absent for Judd Trump. Nevertheless, he dominates, controls the second frame. He equalises with Gary Wilson at 1-1. But he missed the penultimate red across the top cushion. And Milkins stepped in.
Dispatched with great aplomb.
1.
Cue ball.
Yeah, the problem with that was it made the pot a little more difficult. Clean.
4.
But that is a disappointing
Gary
miss.
Wilson 4.
He's such a good potter, and into the middles it can be
1.
dynamite.
Well, when Wilson missed, it didn't look particularly fatal, but Trump potted that great red to the middle, and now you're concerned for Gary Wilson. Trump, though, so far in this match hasn't been as impressive as the first two. It would have been hard to be.
25.
Well, you may have to be a plant here to continue.
33.
A much better shot than it might have appeared.
Well, it did, until he missed that. So Trump not on it to the extent, clearly, that he was earlier on today.
Judd Trump, 33.
Good plant to continue, then misses the green.
1. Seven.
And now the red next to the green will pot also.
Level pegging up until about this point. Still a little bit of work to do, the red by the black in particular.
$35.
So it's up behind the black.
That was pretty basic, but the most important thing for Trump was to hit the red on the correct side as far as he was concerned, and he did. That said, Wilson's still very much in charge of the exchanges. Over on table 2, I can tell you John Higgins just about to pull a frame back against Rob Milkins.
Just think Higgins brings such class to any event he plays in. It's great having him here in this group. Meanwhile, what a pot
77.
from Judd Trump. Wow. That's an absolute belter. Miracle shot as well, though, to get on this red. Well, he's done so well.
The way he's played that, can he possibly fertile the red in?
But he's still done it. Brilliant. Well,
9.
brilliant stuff from Trump. I mean, the frame looks set to be quite tactical and cagey, and he's potted a wonder red, and everything has changed.
The clearance of the day, and now he's produced the pot of the day.
There was value in it as well because he screwed the white back for safety,
19.
but also he was on the black if the red goes in. So it wasn't reckless or wild by any means.
28.
The biggest asset, though, is being able to
54.
pot balls.
And Trump.
Judd Trump did that spectacularly when the frame was on the line, and from 1-0 down, he now leads Gary Wilson by 2 frames to 1.
It's amazing how that frame ended in the way. As I say, it looked set for another sort of 10-15 minutes of battle, but Trump just completely kicked the door in with the red, rolling into the pack the way he did. But it kind of makes sense, really. No, that's right. And also, of course, it achieved the main aim, which is it got everyone talking, which is exactly what he wanted. Create a bit of mayhem and anarchy along the way. Stir things up.
Yeah, stirring things up on the other table. John Higgins eventually made an 85 break to win the third frame against Rob Milkins.
14.
That's his
13.
highest break of the day, Higgins.
Pink and black tied up at the moment, but Trump
20.
is probably the best there is now at getting everything open.
You
33.
would find it very difficult to think he wouldn't be in the playoffs.
34.
He's not mathematically there yet with a win, but he's zooming towards them.
$50.
And now he has a real tester.
Well, you mentioned earlier, Phil, he'd been to Paris over the festive period, and he'd say today he's given us an eyeful. He's been very entertaining.
On one occasion he did take the cue ball
61.
off a cushion and it bent around He went on to win the frame. I suppose you could say that was the Arc de Triomphe.
62.
That's better, Dave. Admit it.
Victory for him. It hasn't been quite the flawless display, but it's still been really good, particularly since he unlocked that last frame, and this has been an excellent effort
69.
as well.
Looks so good.
Judd Trump, 77.
He missed a couple of balls early on in frame one that he should have potted, but thereafter Judd Trump looked mighty good. A 77 break to finish off.